G'day biggies, welcome to the Craft Beer channel. Today we are twinning hard.
Yes, as if the rumours weren't circulating enough, Johnny. I think we're
just going to put those literally to bed. We're also twinning because this is a transatlantic box of collaborations between New York and London, who have a rich history of brewing together already in the craft beer scene, and they've just kind of cemented that by sticking it in a box with 6 of the best New York and 6 of the best London breweries brewing together for the first time.
So it's one New York brewery, one London brewery in each can.
Producing something super exciting.
Sick.
Yeah. These boxes all come out on beermerchants.com, so they're available on there with shipping all throughout the EU except for Sweden. And also in lots of independent box shops around the UK, and it comes out on Friday, so 2 days from when we shot this. So these beers are fresh, cold, and ready to be reviewed. We're going to taste through all of them now, but not review them all on camera because reviewing 6 beers in quick succession is dangerous. So let's hit that fast forward button and pick our 2 favourites.
All right.
You know, on YouTube, everyone unboxes.
There we
does
go.
unboxing
Start
videos,
it.
and nobody explains just how hard it is. Good lord, there's a booklet.
Wow. It's quite fancy, Johnny.
We'll work it out. Right,
Okay.
let's dig in. I mean, I think that's absolutely beautiful, that blend of yeast, which actually happens more than most people think. Lots of breweries are using different clean yeasts to get different characters. I think that's worked really, really well.
I'm a fan.
It's actually very soft and very much like a pale ale. My criticism of a lot of these like smoothie pales is you lose that beer base, whereas this has a nice dry malty finish on it.
Yeah.
But up front it's just all jam.
Yeah, it's jam. It's a soft jam. But it does have a little bit of tang still, doesn't it? But nowhere near as much tang as you'd expect off of that kind of, like you said, almost yogurty nose on it.
That starts so well.
Yeah.
Really clean, bright citrus and pine notes. And then it just gets a bit muddy on the finish.
Yeah.
A little bit woody.
It is a little bit woody on the end. And I'd like some more carbonation in there.
It's called I'm Walking Here. It's got a lovely yeast character, really sweet and stone fruity, peachy. But yeah, there's a lot of medicine from those hops. So we've got boysenberry, raspberries and blackberries.
Boysenberries?
Boysenberry.
I'm boysen in here.
Boysen back in town.
What's a boysenberry?
Another beautiful colour.
That is lovely. I think that's probably the boysenberry.
That's a stunner,
Soft. It's got that. It's the lactose giving it that sort of ice creamy.
Yeah, but
softness.
it's not too much. It's not verging on like fake vanilla sweetness,
No.
which a lot of the lactose beers do have. 14% coffee stout.
So it's Hackney Brewery and Evil Twin.
And Evil Twin. Evil
Okay.
Twin know their way around an adjunct stout, that's for
They
sure.
certainly do.
Even More Jesus is a classic of the style.
What's the Harrison Ford film where he's Witness, where he's hanging out in an Amish community and he goes into a grain silo and then all this grain starts coming down. I feel like I'm in a...
It's the waffle alarm, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Brad's on one. Almost peaty. That's
Yeah.
how dark and deep and muddy those coffee flavours are.
Is this a whiskey we're drinking here? What's happening? You're sat by the fire, patting your dog.
But it would be like that, you know that scene in Wolf of Wall Street where he thinks he's driven his car
Quaalude
perfectly
scene.
back.
Yeah.
But actually what's happening, you're sat there with one arm on fire because you put your hand in the fire. That's the one that's patting the dog.
You think you're patting a dog. It's not even a dog.
So when I say now, you're going to point at the 2 that you like the most, and I'm going to point at the 2 that I like the most. And hopefully they're the same, and we'll talk about those 2.
Okay.
Okay.
I like it.
You
Russian
ready?
roulette style. Close our eyes.
No, then we'll just knock 6 cans on the floor.
Okay. All right, we won't close our eyes.
Okay.
We'll do like sort of rock, paper, scissors like style.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, now.
Oh, what the? Hey, come on, great minds. Twinning.
Easy.
Twinning. Man, I'm pretty chuffed we picked the same 2.
Yeah,
And that was not fudged.
Yeah.
That was legit
They say that beer is subjective, but there are certain things that are objective.
Yeah.
And I think all of these beers had beautiful elements to them, but these two were pushing perfect.
Yeah, man, for me, they were both spot on.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really change a lot in either of these. To start off with this one, I was like, wow, what a great box.
Yeah. It's also like, so collabs, lots of people are cynical about collabs, but the breweries learn a huge amount when they do them. And this is a wonderful example of Finback, who are just one of the best breweries in the world, I think, at getting incredible aroma out of their beers without adding any medicinal or overly sort of stewed tea bitterness out of it. And they've teamed up with Brew by Numbers, who I think make some of the best saisons in the UK.
Stellar.
And what they've come up with is a really dry, but also really stone fruity and citrusy beer. And it just feels like a perfect match. And they are two breweries that I would have put together. If I had the choice of those six, I'd be like, well, those guys would be awesome together. 100%. And they really were. My only criticism would just be that I wanted a little bit more saison character.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we could just say that's a East Coast Pale Ale.
Yeah, I wouldn't back myself picking out, if somebody said there's something unusual about this pale, I wouldn't 100% pick out that it was saison yeast. I would be like, it's much drier.
It's super
much
dry.
Lighter.
That's what I'd just be like, it's so dry.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get the farmhouse vibe, I don't think. But I don't think we need to, because it's delicious.
No, I think it's brilliant. Just that little blend doesn't, when you see an ingredient on there, you don't necessarily need to pick out that ingredient. You just need it to add something, then it's done its job. And I think the saison yeast, drying it out, lightening that body, and I think just adding a little bit of spice to the citrusy hops has absolutely smashed it. I love it. Yes. I drink pints and pints of that, and I
Gorgeous.
could, because it's only 4.3.
4.8.
Okay, a couple of pints of that. And so this one, the Stealth Bomber, as you called it, has no right to be 7.1%.
I just love the on the nose jamminess.
Yeah.
It's not overly sweet, like you said. It doesn't taste like it's one of those adjunct bad boys.
No.
It's just nicely balanced.
What I love is when I have a lactose beer that doesn't taste like it's got lactose in it. So it's been used just to balance the sourness.
I think it's the boysenberries or whatever they were called.
The boysenberries.
The boysenberries.
Somebody could tell Brad what a boysenberry is. Not me, I know, obviously, because it's, I'm just not telling him.
The beastie boysenberries.
So yeah, this beer is super jammy, like raspberry jam on the nose completely. A little bit richer, which is the blackberries. It just tastes like a 3.5% sour.
Yeah.
And it's clean as a whistle. And Brick, they're a brewery we need to go see because their sours have been stellar for a while now.
Yeah.
And I think they're making the best quick sours in the UK.
Yeah.
And we should go see them because...
Yeah, Peckham's one of my spiritual homelands. 2 roundway arches along Bar Story. Brad's been going for Tea for One cocktail hour in Bar Story for, I would say, 15 years. So I saw Brick come along and I was like, who are these boys?
Who are these boysenberries?
Who are these boysenberries new to the Peckham scene? And for my sins, I've not been there as much as I should.
Yeah.
Because I'm smashing the T1 aperols. But yeah, Skyline Project, we were into it.
We're into it.
Are they going to do it again next year?
Yeah, they're going to do it again next year. So we've now got that and the Rainbow Project, which I think is going more along the unusual, idiosyncratic beers, and with brews from all over the US. So there's some real lovely special relationships.
Yeah, exactly.
Forming between us and breweries in the States, and long may that continue, because you're going to be our only friend soon. So yeah, guys, do pick that up if you can. These two are favourites. Let us know your favourites in the comments below.